Hey guys, we're back for the second half and shit. What's up? Where were we? Right. The Isle of Wight gets invaded as you're preparing for your trip with the scholar,
Huh.
Or
Pertones.
could we have sent them? Could we secretly have sent them a messenger saying that they were going to get invaded, so they could be
Who,
as
the Isle of
prepared as they
Wight?
could be?
Yeah, you can send
Yeah.
that. There's actually, there's probably even like a cost associated with it. So let's see here.
The isle that our allies are attacking because they didn't pay tribute.
Yeah. Where's
I'm not
that?
behind Knights doing that, but I'm not gonna send that
No,
message.
no. We just send a messenger, like from a neutral source, like saying, mysterious note, mysteriously informed that, yeah.
It's 5 denarii a day, and they're gonna have to go by boat, so it's gonna cost you 20 denarii to send such a message.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Make it 40 to
I'll
make
pay
it
for
super
that.
anonymous.
Okay, so I think you guys probably take a short trip. Does one of you like go to London, or do you? Oh, you know what? Who's doing it, who's paying the money, and who's doing it, we'll do something from there.
for the trip.
Who's sending the message?
Oh, definitely not Sasha.
Who is
I would.
good at...
I'd send it in Latin or something, just so that, even if he gets
Oh, okay.
caught along the way. Yeah.
All right. Okay, can you make an intrigue roll?
Sasha will have no
Sure.
part of this. I hope you don't even mention it to him.
Sweet.
Yeah. You write that shit in Latin, and you get it to someone who sends it to somebody else who sends it to London that makes their way there. Yeah, your message arrives. So we're gonna roll back history a quick second here. The Wessex Army and Navy rolls onto the Isle of Wight. However, the Isle of Wight is prepared, and there is a super bloody battle. Wessex still rolls over them, but takes pretty heavy losses along the way. It looks like they're probably not going to be able to make any runs at Essex this year. So there won't be any Saxon infighting. Because all of the manors and all of the naval castles were all completely prepared for the incoming armies and navies.
All right.
How do you feel knowing that your decision may have directly backfired on, like what? I'm confused. What was your aim here?
That's my question.
Yeah, it's literally making the fight harder.
You weakened
for
our
them.
ally who was going to fight against the person who's swore to burn us all.
Well,
Hey, pro-Christian, man. White power. Like, I don't know.
Fuck.
what?
I made that mistake too when I was saying white privilege, man. So I'm gonna let that one slide.
No, I'm just gonna go like white power, like fuck the Saxons. But Saxons are white as well, so it doesn't
Saxons are
actually,
white as well. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
don't go say white power for that, man. That's weird.
White Christian power, something like that, yeah?
White privilege. Oh man, that shit in Texas, man. That's fucking crazy.
I'm actually hoping that that they would not have conquered the Isle of Wight. They would have seen them prepared, and maybe like there would have been a skirmish, and like they would have retreated and not taken them over this year.
Nope. That's not how tribute works.
It's
If
not a battle
anything-
to conquer them. It's a battle for tribute, right? So
Yeah.
if they realize it's not worth their while to go after these guys,
No, but they
Then
have to
maybe,
do
like-
it. It's literally the origin of gang warfare. They cannot let this dishonor towards them stand. They got to get paid. That's all there is to it. Even if it costs them more to do it, in the
Yeah.
long run it saves them money because now people know they cannot step. They cannot step. It's like Yakuza warfare from Japan,
Okay.
You cannot try to get out of your debts.
you can't look weak, basically, yeah.
Yeah, they can't look weak.
If anything,
they
I want
all
to send them
in.
a message that suggests that they do pay tribute and explain why what the situation is between like the size of their.
Oh, well, that was their choice. I didn't say you should fight them. I just sent them a message saying there's an invading force.
Yeah,
Do with
but
it what you
that
will.
was their decision on their side. Was we're
Exactly,
gonna
yeah.
fight.
If I send them a message
Alright.
saying, oh, pay tribute, they're not going to listen to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you meet with Pertones. He's the third son of a British lord, and he wears like a monocle and has like simple blue scholarly robes and just shows up in Castle Vagon one day and he's like, "Hello there, I'm looking for Sir Marcus, Sir Aidwald, Sir Sasha, and Sir Corin."
Yeah,
That
we are
would be
there.
us.
We are there.
Ah, excellent, excellent. What fascinating clothing you all have. Just absolutely admirable patchwork there. And I see you're sporting the 496 still there, Sir. Sir Sasha. Yes, yes. Fascinating.
The most
Such
famous knight is
rustic
Trevor
clothing.
Hughes.
Yes. I decided my knights needed clothing more than myself.
Now, can any of you read and write?
Yeah.
Marx will say yes.
Well,
I am somewhat versed in the arts of writing and reading.
Oh, fascinating. This is going to be an amazing adventure together. Have you taken the 3 roads and the 4 roads?
The what?
He says, I see. Yes, the trivium. The 3 roads of grammar, logic, and rhetoric. What all logic is based off of. All scholarship. And the 4 roads, the quadrivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and cosmology. I'm a fine hand at poetry. And I write a pretty mean flute solo. Now, as you
Does
might
he actually
know,
say that?
Venus is in the 3rd house, while 2 of the moons of Neptune are currently rising over top of Uranus. I believe that this is the greatest moment to begin our journey toward Oxford. Nothing bad is going to happen. The astrological signs are all there. It's going to be a wonderful adventure.
Have you ever been to this place that you seek to travel to?
Oxford! I've heard so much about it. I really
Everyone
want to set up a
does.
university there.
I hope it lasts.
Yes, I had the fortune of speaking with Merlin when I was a young boy, and he told me that there would be a university at Oxford one day. And ever since I heard that prophecy from him, I knew I had to be the one to found it.
Did you say Merlin?
Yes, Merlin. You
The
know,
traitor?
traitor? No. Some foolish knights called him a traitor.
King's son.
No, that's not how
Those
it happened.
foolish knights would happen to be a part of our family.
He's like, ah!
I was actually there when they suggested trusting Merlin, and he betrayed that trust quite formally.
So he's like, he's like broken in the mind. And then he says,
Right.
Merlin gave me a great prophecy. The very trustworthy fellow.
Perhaps we
I
best
hope
get
that-
moving and on to other subjects.
So awkward.
Awkward mode engaged.
In fact, he was so prepared that he had many other knights that he also betrayed the trust of. He actually got a line of them.
Aidwald is just going to be kind of like, all right, let's move.
I
Just
think
kind of
it is.
pushing him along.
I agree. It is time we walk. I
Yeah,
don't
so
believe we need
as
to
you're
talk much
as you're
during
trying to
this.
push him, like notes slip out of his portfolio, and you can see he's got documents on philosophy, alchemy, scripture, and law. He's like, oh, sorry, that's from my Christian studies. You know, put that back in there, philosopher's stone and all that. Yes. Yes. Gonna be a great adventure. We have so much to talk about. Just not Merlin, apparently. We're not gonna talk about Merlin. Even though he's my mentor and the greatest man who ever lived. Okay, so who are you guys setting out with? Is it just you? Is it you and your squires, you and your families? Are you bringing any sworn knights with you? Or any of your, for instance, Aidwald, any of your men with you?
So,
And remember, I
Kinda wanna
believe you're dispatching Sir Hendrix and the
Yeah.
3 Knights of the Red Cross. So they are not available for this mission because they're doing something else.
so I will be bringing 3 of my knights who are not going.
Okay?
I think I
And
kind of want to bring
the other My other 10 armsmen will be staffing the castle.
I think I kind of want to bring Ella and Alan, actually. Just one night.
You're bringing your wife and your daughter?
No, Alan is a one of my female knights.
Ah, okay. All right. Excellent.
Yep. Marcus won't be bringing any knights. I think they'll have to stay back and like guard the manors
Are
and
you
all that.
bringing a squire or squires?
Yeah, I'll bring my squire.
Okay.
I'm a squire too, yeah.
All right, Sir Corin. Who will you bring? Did we lose Kai? Is he frozen? Nope, he moved.
No, sorry.
You're not bringing anybody?
I guess I'll bring, let's see, let's pick a name out of the name box.
I don't even need to know like their names. I just need to know how many you're bringing with you.
2.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. I need to do some note taking. So let's just be clear here. In 497, you have allied with Citric. You caused a great battle for the Isle White.
Sir Marcus did.
Yep.
Many Saxons died. That's Marcus is still content.
I love
Many
the
allied
idea of
Saxons
like there
died.
was one of those rebellion meetings where they were like, many Christians died to bring us this information. The pagans have constructed their death fleet. The commander of the Isle of the White's naval forces is like, it's a trap! Oh, man. Okay, so, okay, Marcus, how many knights are you bringing and squires? Not that this is at all important.
Marcus is bringing his squire. Should I bring another knight? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll bring my knights. Let's
Okay,
see.
how many knights?
I've got 2 other knights. I'll bring him.
2 knights, and they are bringing their squires.
Yep.
Okay, Aidwald, who are you bringing?
3 knights, my own squire, and squires for the 3 knights.
This is a pretty big van so far. Okay, Corin, you're bringing your squire. And then 2
Actually, honestly, I
knights.
don't think Marcus should bring any knights for this sort of thing. It's not like supposed to be very dangerous. It's a basic mission. It wouldn't really justify it usually. I mean, if he knew this,
I'm
yeah,
only bringing
no.
a knight because I'm bringing my wife.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm bringing
yes,
a squire.
yes.
Marcus just brings 1 squire.
Okay.
I'll bring my one knight along with our squires and my wife, as it'll allow my companions to have a taste of the best in cooking.
Best cooking, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, it's actually a pretty pleasant journey now that he doesn't talk about Merlin anymore. He does lay down a pretty tasty jam on that flute. Ella lays down a pretty tasty jam on some crumpets. Because she's real good at making food. Like jam. There's only one way to get to Oxford, and that's to travel northwest up the Thames Valley. And as you approach, Pertones is like, now, my good companions, now that we've all discussed my thoughts on Scripture, except you, Sir Sasha, apparently you don't believe in Scripture, but I do have to tell you about those 4 horsemen. They're coming. It's a thing that's going to happen one day. If you guys ever need anything, any maps read, any scholarly information, just write to me at Oxford. What's a suitable headmaster? Yes, I am the headmaster of the University at Oxford. Oxford University. Just send me a letter and I'll get my students and my professors on it. Yes.
Maybe we should get
now
you there
that you
alive first.
so there's like a very mafia scene that happens. He's like, now that you have done this favor for me, I will do favors for you. I really appreciate this. And like as you're cresting the top of a hill, you see that there are like the whole countryside is in flames. Like you come over top the hill, fire everywhere, There's like dozens of bandits riding around, fighting some knights, all with like black armor with yellow stripes, and the symbol is a black and yellow deer. And a messenger rides towards you guys, a knight messenger with like a white flag up.
We looked at Sasha. Marcus looked at Sasha. So Sasha, what should we do?
Sasha.
He's
Sasha.
coming with a white flag. We might as well at least see what he has to say.
So we
The
ride up to
messenger
the guy.
approaches and says, "Who are you, and why do you set lands in the county?" The Countess of Ridichan demands an answer. And you can see in the background that, like, these bandit thugs are overwhelming the knights in the background.
We were.
He's with the bandits, or is he with the
He's
knights?
with the knights.
We were coming on a quest of entertaining the idea of an educational facility for a man. This man.
We were escorting this learned man to the city of Oxford, but it appears that your companions are in.
You will not make it
dire
to
need.
Oxford. The Wallingford brothers have displaced the Countess and taken control of the county. Sir Bage, Sir Bellis, and Sir Basil are even now routing our knights in the field. Do you stand with them, or are you on the side of the rightful Countess? They will not bend the knee to her because she is a woman, like the hateful, spiteful Christians that they are.
Okay, can we make some rolls, like at least see if we know who these people are, like
Yeah,
recognize
I
roll
think
and-
recognize would probably, and you could do heraldry because
yeah.
because you see some heraldrying. There's the black and yellow deer.
Ooh, I got
Okay,
it.
so if you succeed on any of the recognize or heraldry, you get a check in that skill.
Okay.
So let's see
Got a
here.
heraldry success.
Okay,
crit success for
you
Sasha.
recognize the emblem of the Count. I'm sorry, the Earl of Ridichan, but of course he's dead. He died at the infamous feast. You know that he left behind his wife, the Countess, who, as you have heard from this man right here, has apparently lost control of the county in the last year due to sexism. So let's see here. Sir Sasha,
Yes.
you recognize the names Sir Bage, Sir Bellis, and Sir Basil. They are thuggish Christian knights. They're Christian only in name. They're mostly just, they might show up at Easter and Christmas type of nights, kind of thing. They are very cruel to their peasants, and as you can see from the field, they are not above hiring bandits and mercenaries to do their fighting for them.
We need to sell Sasha for his command.
Do you share that information?
There's. I will share all the information. Maybe not about the. No, I'd share it all, and suggest that we take action in helping the knights here, though they're
Yeah.
outnumbered. It
Sir
looks very
Abel
bad.
will speak up and say, "By God, it is a repeat of Sir Orcus. I cannot allow a false Christian to again seize power on such
Marcus
a way."
nods and he yells, "Lance!" That's it. Like
So the knight who you're speaking with says, "Will you pledge your service to the Countess in ridding these 3 evil brothers from our lands?"
we shall aid you on the field this day.
So
For the
he
sake
pulls
of the
out an official scroll and says, "To any who retrieve one of the castles or manors of the 3 brothers of the de Wallingford family, any that capture the manors or castles shall take control of them and offer loyalty to the Countess.
Yeah, not bad.
God save England."
God save England. And he's just yelling,
save the Queen.
"Lance!" Yeah, he's just yelling at his squire. "Jamie, my Lance!"
For the sake of the disrespect to your countess, not for the that's all I'll say. It's for the disrespect.
Okay. All right,
So you don't draw swords, or is this a lance charge? I don't know.
I mean, so what you're looking at is like a dozen knights being basically butchered by over 100 peasants.
All right, well, we're heading in, I think.
You're sure?
Is there a way to calm them down?
100 peasants,
Yeah.
and a dozen knights.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it, let's go for it.
I'm looking more for a way to calm them down, but
You could just let the battle play out. I mean, like, it's moving away from you, so...
No, fuck that. Let's charge in, man. Let's die. Come on.
I don't really want to let them just kill the knights, because...
Okay, I feel like we could resolve this with a battle roll.
Okay.
So they're going to get a pretty extreme bonus because of their gigantic numbers. But obviously none of them are schooled in battling. So,
who actually has any skill in it?
I've got
Just
15.
Yeah.
great question. Who's leading this party? Is it the guy with the most glory?
I have a 15 as well, so...
I've got 15 as
Sasha.
well.
Yeah. Fuck that, Sasha. Go for
Hurrah! Sasha
Hurrah.
actually leads the party for once.
Very well.
it. Don't fuck it up, Sasha.
Wow, this is coming
I
from
will.
the guy who played Robert. Holy shit.
The ultimate battle commander, Sir Robert.
The old scumbag.
Okay, you take a minus... I have really bad news for you, bro. You take a minus 10 to your roll for being outnumbered at least 5 to 1.
I said you give them a bonus. You
Yeah.
give us a penalty. You give them a bonus. You said that, Arthur. You said they get a bonus.
Ready crit it.
You didn't say we get a penalty.
You get a penalty and they get a bonus.
No, you didn't say that.
That's
before
how
you
it
rolled.
works. This is Pendragon.
You were
There's
praying for 15.
Alright.
You're cheating, Arthur. You prayed for 15.
Sorry, bro.
You cheated us.
I didn't
You
cheat
really
you.
cheated us, Arthur.
They get a plus
That was-
10 to their roll. Unfortunately, that's gonna... So they have a 5, that's 15. They fail as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so I think what happens is you guys, like, go in on your lances, your knights go with you, and basically, like, you probably spear, like, a peasant or two each, you know, and get the... They're not wearing armor, so when you lance them, they're stuck on there. It doesn't, like, bounce off in any way. They're stuck.
That's
And they
terrible.
scatter, but you guys are all pulled apart, so it's like watching a school of fish, you know? There's many more fish than the predators, and if they all go in a different direction, you guys all get drawn apart until it's like you're facing 7 or 8 dudes solo, and there's no one nearby to support you. And so eventually, all of you get pulled back together. The peasants all kind of step back, and the two groups kind of mutually de-escalate.
Yeah.
Re-escalate.
I want to see these brothers,
Our
this
goal
unnecessary
was
bloodshed.
to have the knights rescued, so it appears
Yes,
that
you rescue 10 of the knights.
Very good.
The leader of the knights, his name is Sir Teriel, and he says, "Sir Sasha, I recognize you. You are a knight of Salisbury, yes?
Yes, we were on our way to Oxford when we came across this scene.
Oxford is a very dangerous place nowadays, my lord. The city of Oxford is controlled by the de Wallingford family, and the 3 brothers split the massive income of Oxford's trade on the river between them. More importantly, Sir Bellius directly controls Oxford Castle. All 3 of the brothers live as superlative knights, which should be some indication of their personal wealth. And each of them has either a castle or well-defended manor at their command."
And they were the ones that caused this whole fiasco just now, yes?
Yes, indeed.
What say you all?
I say that if we are to succeed in this quest and restore the Countess, we must return to our lands and make proper preparations. Assaulting a castle merely with what we have now is a fool's errand.
Mr. Scholar.
So, when you say that, yeah, Pertones is like, yes, I believe we could do this. It would be very difficult. But if we had someone who could properly applicate siege technology towards some of these castles or manors, we may outnumber them. My recollections say that all of these brothers, none of them are anything greater than bannerets. While they may have many peasants working for them, the number of knights they have are somewhat low. Now, I realize it's hard to mathematically compute peasants to knights, and I would not dishonor you by giving you a number, but with these 10 knights here, plus our own retinue, we could easily overtake each of the brothers one by one. He starts, like, pulling out paper and using, like, ink to do, like, mathematics. No one really understands what he's doing. Except maybe Sir Marcus.
What is
Marcus,
Sir
can you make a
Marcus's
siege roll
skill
real
in
quick?
siege now?
Yeah, can you make a siege
7,
roll?
dude. It's just one, like... I've just got 1 year's worth of skills in it. That's it. I haven't had a chance to really
Yeah.
do much.
Yeah,
But
let's see how
perhaps
you
I
siege.
can send a messenger back to my castle where I have a
You want to
engineer
send
employed.
your squire back?
A squire, yes.
Well, you know what? Maybe you guys have a lot of squires. You probably have a page or two attached to your party if you want to send that guy.
Yeah, I would send for my knights as well, like the remaining 2 knights that I have.
Okay.
Surely this calls for it.
So, what's the plan then? It's going to take 2 days travel back, and then 2 days for anybody you call up to arrive, not including whatever preparations they have to make. So it should be at least 5 days before anyone makes the trip.
Till then, we could maybe do some siege prep.
So what is the plan?
So Aurelius is going to basically call up his resources, which are his men-at-arms and the engineer.
Okay.
I'll bring in the other 2 knights that I have left back.
So if you bring up your men-at-arms, aren't you leaving your castle undefended?
No,
anything
because
but-
I have the levies.
Okay, alright. You put your levies on full alert then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Battle.
I'll actually send my knight back for now to get the others along with my wife,
Okay.
since it turned into this kind of scene.
Do you guys have the provisioning to stay out here for 5 days?
We
I
could
think
maybe do
we'll-
some hunting, foraging, something.
Why would
Okay.
we stay in the area? Why wouldn't we go back?
Is that so? You are going back then?
I don't see the benefit of staying in hostile territory without provisions while we're waiting for folks to come up anyway.
Is the Countess hostile to us?
Which countess? Ridichan?
Yes.
She doesn't have anywhere safe
You
right
just pledged yourself to helping rid her of the de Walliford family. So no, she is not hostile towards you.
Yeah, let's ride back then maybe. I don't know if that
Does
makes
she
sense.
have
We
a
can let Countess
stronghold
Ellen
in the
know.
area?
Yeah,
Where
the
is-
stronghold bit is
She
what we're
does
trying to get
not.
at.
She has been displaced from her stronghold of Oxford City.
Where is she currently being stationed? Perhaps we could...
No one will tell you that.
Okay,
She's in hiding,
was good.
basically.
that's fine.
So I think we return to.
Yeah,
You
if we
could
can't
make
stay
an
with her.
intrigue roll if you really want to know where she's at.
Not to try to find her for any kind of nefarious purposes, but I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yes, Sir Marcus, you hear word of her location. They say that she's somewhere around Uffington.
Okay.
If we'd have to search for her, I don't know.
What's the name? Countess what again?
Countess Ridchan.
Ridichan. Okay.
Somewhere around. What's the area you said?
Uffington.
Huffington.
It's like Huffington without an H.
Okay.
I feel like as soon as we leave the area, everything will change by the time we get back.
Yeah.
Very well. I guess we will remain and hunt off the land.
All of the mobs will reset.
Okay. So we stay in the area for 5 days while we wait for the guys to arrive.
Yeah, and we'll help the knights try to get things organized over here, I think.
Yeah, that was
Like,
my
you know,
thought. It
just-
wasn't like we're just
yeah.
over here doing nothing. It's we're over here
Yeah.
trying to get a better feel for the situation.
Perhaps try and gather up any more of knights we can. Rally more
Yeah.
to the banner.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm having to look up siege equipment now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for that siege email of yours.
Well, it's a good thing that I decided to hire an engineer. That was lucky.
Yeah, that was damn lucky, man. And I'm so lucky I put those. I got 7 points and I put them in the siege. I don't know if it's. Don't think it's going to be enough, but
Okay, it doesn't. There's no actual mechanic for buying siege equipment, so we're gonna have to make something up.
we just like cut down trees and make siege equipment.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's still gonna cost you money and time. So, I think that for every 1 point of siege equipment you make, it's gonna cost you £2.
okay.
That's roughly equivalent to the opposite, defense.
Okay.
Actually a bit cheaper. Which makes sense, because you're just making something to knock something down. Okay, so here's how siege works. They will roll their siege skill and add any siege equipment they have, plus their defense. The attacker rolls their siege skill and adds in their points of siege equipment. The different siege equipments of the two sides cancel out, and the winner keeps their number.
All right. So, what's everyone's free cash at the moment?
£1.
Sasha is currently wearing his free cash.
It's rough life, yo.
£15 for Aidwald.
That's after the donation.
We didn't end up doing that.
Okay.
I thought that was what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
You
I
allowed
thought I was-
yourself.
I thought I was going to do that at the end of the year.
Okay. Well, you promised the Countess you were going to do it. Are you not a man of your word filled with honor?
I guess I have to.
I love the way Arthur
that
says
means
that.
I don't
You're
have
not
any
a-
money.
Okay.
Eh,
Sir Corin, do you have any money you would like to donate towards the siege
What?
equipment fund?
The first
And,
siege equipment used in Britain.
Well, it's not
Sir
the
Corin.
first, but
I mean, the
probably it's
first,
going to be one of the most significant.
Yeah,
Early
and Sir
battles.
Corin's name.
Sure. I've got £10 I could download. Got
Okay.
£15. I don't know.
So this says that Mott and Bailey castles come with 4 points of siege equipment. Interesting.
Dun dun dun. What do reinforced come with?
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Because I cannot find the reinforced defensive
Yeah,
value
I-
anywhere.
Well, we could get one more point up there if me and Anosh both give the £1 we have.
Reinforced, I think, is 553.
Yeah, we could.
I intentionally kept £1 to my name instead of buying new clothes.
you know what? Trying
What,
to decide
Erik?
whether or not he can justify spending it on this, as it would be more beneficial to Salisbury to gain an ally like this.
So basically, okay.
You also gave your word, though.
Yeah.
Even if for a noble cause, if you betray that word, that doesn't feel like a very very knightly thing to do.
At least you have to
Also-
remove your subtitle.
Yes.
Also apparently
Yeah. I'll spend.
the siege. If we have any more siege equipment than them, that reduces from the defensive value
Yes.
of the
Yes. Doesn't sound like you guys are going to have that happen, but
I don't think we can do it this year because we're freaking broke.
How much? I can put like £1 in.
Yeah, me
So-
too. So that means 12 total so far.
Couldn't like the locals help out a little bit at least? Like fucking hell, man. This is like a lot for them also. Oh man.
It's mainly for Sasha. It's not the religious aspect. It's the injustice toward just because she's a woman. That's what the war is. That's what the war's about. That's stupid.
Aidwald really, really wants to help, but
Yeah, so does.
No,
Hey, fuck it,
well,
come on, let's go for it. How much defense do they have? Like, let's try and figure this out.
okay.
so
What kind of numbers are we looking at?
Checking it out.
I have 6 so
numerals.
far.
All right. They have Oxford. They hold Sir Bay, de Wallingford holds Sheerburn Castle, and Sir Bellius holds the Oxford City, and Sir Basil holds Oxford Castle.
And the city is just a city with walls, or like what is it?
Yes, it's a pretty serious city, but it's
That's
not
the
a
toughest,
ca-
I'm guessing.
No, the castle inside the city is going to be the toughest nut to crack.
Can I have my castle fight their castle?
No.
It's a moving castle. Is your name Hal?
Sir Bay has 4 knights, Sir Bellius has 6 knights, and Sir Basil has 10 knights. The defensive values for their castles, Sherburn Castle is 5-3. The
That's 8, okay.
the city of Oxford is 5-5-3,
Oh, shit.
and the Oxford Castle is 3-10-11.
So the first one is the one we should try if we want to try. That's DV8 plus their siege equipment. Fuck it.
I think we have to come back next year.
Next year.
We
And
don't
we
have
lost
enough.
Congress.
So,
Selling.
yeah, you're saying that, and Pretorius is like, next year, but I need to do it now. This is when the prophecy said.
Alright, let's give it a